Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today, and this reading is for Aquarius for the 16th to the 30th of April. Now before I jump into the reading, I'd just like to thank everyone that has liked or subscribed and who has contacted me in whatever form. You know, it's just so nice to have positive feedback, because when you're doing things online in a general reading like this, that's something that is missing. You don't have the immediate feedback that you would normally have. So I really appreciate everything that has been said, or every like or subscribe that has been clicked. So I really appreciate it. And it helps me to understand that the messages that are coming through these cards are reaching the right people. So it's good to know. Let's get into this reading then. Now we have the Tower in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. Now, the Tower in reverse is about fearing change, of not knowing how long this process of change and upset is going to last. You know, of all the different difficulties that you might have to go through, you know, and all the pressures that you're going to feel going through, all of this change of lifestyle. So this is quite a big change, because once this change has been made, it would be very difficult to reset it, because the damage would already be done. Now we've got the Two of Swords in reverse as well. So it could be that are you maybe lying to yourself a little bit, maybe not wanting to accept the truth of certain things. It could be that, you know, you're delaying making a decision related to each other. With the excuse me, sorry about that. With the Ten of Cups there, this is about having a pretty perfect home life. You know, a life where you can just go there and relax. You know, and this is your place where nothing can touch you. All of the world's woes are outside of those walls, because this is your place of sanctuary. This is the place that makes you happy. These are the people that you're so in tune with that, you know, you've got harmonious relationships. You just fit together. So, in looking at these three cards together though, Has this harmonious relationship possibly changed? Have you been lying to yourself that, it's maybe not as good as you're pretending to yourself and other people? Are you teetering on making a decision on this lifestyle? Are you about to knock down all these walls and structures that you've built up over the years? Because is it not a good fit anymore? And yes, you may fear making a change to this lifestyle. And if this is a long-term relationship, then it could take a bit of time to untangle yourself from each other. And this would be a decision that you wouldn't take lightly. You could be thinking that maybe you're just going through a bad patch. Wait just now. It's all fine. Because this is an unchangeable decision. Once you make changes to this lifestyle, it would be impossible to put it back exactly the same way that it was before. Because the trust and the happiness wouldn't be there anymore. Let's move on. Now we've got the Chariot here and the Fool in reverse and the Queen of Wands. Now with the Chariot, this is a decision on your direction, on where you want to move. Do you stay or do you go? What is the best option for you? And the only thing that makes this carriage move is you. Your drive. You initiate this movement. And with the Fool in reverse here, this is about being reckless, being careless, maybe even naive, taking risks. And with the Queen of Wands here, this is all about being bold, being in charge, being masculine in your characteristics. This is about being a go-getter and having confidence in your own strength, in your own will, and your own power. So if this is a change that you're making to your life, maybe even a partnership, your engagement, moving out, or dissolving a marriage, there is a huge upheaval in all of those things. And it is a decision that, you're trying not to make. You're trying to believe that everything's fine. But the only person that can move that decision to change lifestyle is you. You drive it. You decide whether or not you want to stay where you are or take the risk on moving on. And wherever you go, you would be in control of where you landed. But the thing is, are you still, with the Fool in reverse, are you still questioning it? Are you maybe thinking that if you do make changes that, there would be a huge risk. Your lifestyle would never be the same. It would be a huge change. And that is a scary change. And it could feel that you are being a little bit naive in making this decision, because it would be quite a final one to this lifestyle. But you really feel with the Queen of Wands here that action needs to be taken. That you feel strong enough to be bold in your decisions and to take the forward step. And be strong with everything that's going on, because you are the person that's in power of your destiny. Even though everyone round about you may be telling you this is an extremely bad idea. If you're not happy in the life that you're in, is it a bad idea to live a life where you're not happy, or be brave to move on? And that is the decision. That is the decision that you have to make. Do I stay or do I go? Let's move down to the next set of cards. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Sun in reverse. Now, the Ace of Pentacles here is all about new opportunities, abundant opportunities, paths to wealth and good health. And it's all about being creative and setting goals and achieving. So this is the beginning of a fantastic future. This card holds all of your dreams. And with the High Priestess here, there is some mystery about what your dreams are. Because the High Priestess holds a lot of secrets. It's about living in the moment, living by your instincts, living with your intuition, and making decisions on how things feel to you. Because everything would be new. This would be new ground. You'd be learning from scratch. You'd be getting to know people who you've never met before. And it's a future that you don't know where it's going to lead. And with the Sun in reverse here, this is about being a little bit burnt out, being a little bit low. But it's also about false impressions. Maybe making out that you're happier than you are. And it's also about success, but it's not complete success. You've only managed to get part of the way. So let's add this in. And, if you are making bold steps and making changes in your life, regardless of what people round about you are telling you, then are you making changes? Are you creating your new future? Are you setting yourself goals? Because as this lifestyle crumbles, you're going to have new structures in place. Where are you going to live? Where are you going to get your money from? Are you going to be able to live on a healthy lifestyle? Are you going to be happy? And these are all things that, on first look, you don't know. Because time, this time of upheaval and decision making and direction, which is new, is a time where you really do have to be spontaneous and wing it and rely on your own personal beliefs, your own instincts about how things are going. Because everything that you're doing from here is going to be new. It's going to be fresh ground that you're walking on. And it's not something that you can have a map and know everything that you need to know about the area, about the house, about the people round about you. These are all things that you have to experience. And it's only once you've experienced them that you can begin to pick up the knowledge of where's a good place to go, who's a good person to know, is this the best house? So there are structures and knowledge that you have to pick up. And with the sun in reverse being underneath the Ten of Cups here, has the impression of being happy been a false one for so long that have you burnt out? And has all these changes that you've had to make, that you have instigated, they've had an effect on you as well? Because even though that lifestyle is no longer meeting your needs or the needs of people round about you, you still do have feelings. You still did have a connection there. So this could also be affecting your mood and how happy you feel. Let's move on to the next set of cards. And we've got the Three of Swords in reverse, the Judgment card, and the Two of Pentacles. Now, with all of these changes that are being made, have there been a lot of misunderstandings? Has there maybe been communication that has taken place by text or email? And that can be very easily misconstrued, because that all depends on perception and how you pick things up. And if, there is bad feeling or difficult moments that you're going through, then it's so easy to pick things up wrongly. And that could just, make things a little bit more difficult. And even if you're face to face, there could be such anxiety and anger between you that, things could get out of hand, that things could be said in anger that possibly you don't really mean, but you've been so hurt by the decisions that have been made that you just want to, react. You want the other person to hurt a little bit too. So there could be a lot of blame in between all of the movement. There could be some hurtful things said, some malicious gossip being put about. Now, judgment is all about finding your place in that you don't judge yourself, that you give yourself a chance, that you begin to live your life a little bit more than you were before. Because if you had felt restricted in that lifestyle, as things have moved on, it could be that maybe you find you enjoy doing things that you never had the opportunity to do before. And it could be that between you, you begin to forgive each other. All the things that are said and done. And you begin to move on a little bit. Now that may take a long time. But within yourself, you begin to, renew yourself. You begin to have hope and interest in living life, adding some colour, adding some excitement. And with the Two of Pentacles here, there is always going to be a crisis. There's always going to be the next argument in this moment of going your separate ways. And that is about finding a balance in slowly moving away from each other. Because there will be rocky moments, there will be time where you feel that you have to, run about and try to do 10 things at the one time. And you could be moving away from really fractious waters, real arguments, real, upset. And it's up to you to be calm in these moments and try to look at things logically. And be able to compare your life before to your life now. And realise that even though you're still going through all of this upheaval, and that it will take a long time to be able to move forward, that this is something that you needed to do. You needed to take this step to reawaken yourself and reawaken your life. And balance will come with that for both of you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Now please take care with whatever it is you're doing, and these are very challenging times. And if this is a reading which matches your situation pretty well, then, have some kindness and forgiveness for yourself. Because this is a situation that is coming to the end. And as it comes to the end, it brings a new beginning. And it is time for a new beginning, a reawakening of you. And be bold in the face of the unknown, and you'll be successful. All right. Have a great couple of weeks, Aquarius, and I'll see you in May. Bye.